It's only been a year, so it's cool. All right. This is my first show in a calendar year, and I'm so excited to be here with everybody. So thank you so much for showing up and showing up early. I mean, I'm assuming that everybody here is a music fan, right? Like you guys are pumped to be here because live music is a thing pre world falling apart kind of stuff. And yeah, man, this means a lot to me to even be here in front of you, and thank you so much for giving me the privilege of singing for you. So my name is Josh, and yeah, I sing for a couple bands, play bass in a couple more bands, so I'm around. It's a thing. But I also do the solo stuff, which I don't really play out very often. But Nathan is, this is my third or second time playing with Nathan, so I feel awesome. I'm really happy to be here. And I said that. I did say that. Okay, so this first song is called Canned Goods, and it is for, I'm assuming I'm speaking to the demographic that is the same as myself, right? That if I say canned goods, you know what that means in terms of going to shows at VFW halls and in going to like seeing bands that nobody cares about at all. So this song is about that, and it's about you, and I'm really happy to sing it for you. All right. Canned goods to shows. It was verse, chorus, verse to the breakdown, and everyone claimed to be underground. And the X's on our hands were the X's on our souls. I remember when we used to bring canned goods to shows. Remember when New Jersey was the center of the world, and Middlesex played host to youth crews in chaos. The band is breathing fire, they're all dressed in black. We pounded our chests as we sang from our hearts. I never thought that these days would end. I remember when we used to bring canned goods to shows. Remember when basements held promise with broken PAs? Don't hit your head on the floorboards or hang from the expo's plumbing. $3 to $5 was the sliding scale. The crusties paid with quarters, though they were secretly rich. I remember when we used to bring canned goods to shows. Whoa, I still believe. Whoa, I still believe. Whoa, I still believe. Whoa, I still believe. In the sound of a threat and the chorus of days you'll come to regret. Thank you. It's funny, I was just speaking with some friends at breakfast this morning about the fact that this weird microcosm gives rise to different conversations with your work friends. How they're like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me you had sneaker prints on the back of your shirt after Friday night parties with bands and stuff? It's like, yeah, that didn't happen to you? Like, oh, I guess that doesn't happen to everybody else. Not a thing. All right. And moving on, this song is called Loser of a Thousand Fights. Can you hear that? Is that good, Mike? Okay. punch like a broken badge of pride. With every new libation closing the gap between his face and the floor, his fists his only friends in the South Philly dive. But even they grow old, even they grow cold. He never thought that this would be where he'd end up. A mouthful of broken teeth and an empty wallet full of bad luck. He waits patiently for a way out, still he stays, waiting for the end of his days. Hey Marty, I can't take it, he moans for the millionth time. My back hurts and I'm exhausted, waiting for a box of pine, but I'll settle for a citywide and a little bit of time. And I'll take the last bus home, I'll take the last bus home. He never thought that this would be where he'd end up. A mouthful of broken teeth and an empty wallet full of bad luck. He searches frantically for a way out, still he stays, waiting for the end of his days. He keeps his hands up, he keeps his chin tucked, but deep down he suspects he might be fucked. He punches the clock, but it punches back harder. Here he stands, the king of 1,000 losing fights. He never thought that this would be where he'd end up. A mouthful of broken teeth and an empty wallet full of bad luck. He searches frantically for a way out, still he stays, knowing that this is the end of his days. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This next song is about my wife, and her name is Melani. She's sitting right over there. And I wrote this for her a bunch of years ago, and it still means just as much today as it did on the day that I wrote it, because I love her with the same fury and passion that I did on the day that I met her. So this is Melani's song. You don't have to apologize, 'cause every note rings true. Sorry, let me start it over. You don't have to apologize, 'cause every note rings true. Every time I hear a love song, I only think of you. I know bold proclamations, romantic in their own right, but I prefer the look in your eyes. Oh, 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 oh. I'm nothing without you, my dear. Please know my heart's forever yours. I'll face the darkness of 1,000 nights if it meant I can spend one day with you. Every night's a different song, but every note rings true. All those silly little jokes that are only meant for you. I can sing 1,000 songs about 1,000,000 different moments, but melodies mean nothing without you. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm nothing without you, my dear. Please know my heart's forever yours. I'll face the darkness of 1,000 nights if it meant I can spend one day with you. You are at the center of everything I am, like a movie scene that stirs my heart. A whisper in every breeze that calls your name, that calls your name out to me. I don't believe in destiny or a fate that's in the stars. I touch the face of the divine when I hold you in my arms. These moments may be fleeting, but they're never ever lost. They're burned into my heart and my mind. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm nothing without you, my dear. Please know my heart's forever yours. I'll face the darkness of 1,000 nights if it meant I can spend one day with you. Thank you. It's pretty funny when you sing for a high energy punk rockin' band, and then you also do shows like this where you're like a little bit less high energy jumping around kind. You know what I mean? So a lot of these songs. What'd you say? I'm not trying to stop, is all. The plan is to keep on playing till the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? But the funny thing is that, like, you know, I don't really get a chance to play these songs in front of people because most people expect, you know, the cross keys like power rock, you know, that kind of thing, which, you know, I'm sensitive too, man, you know? So back on the sensitive tip, this song is called Forgotten. He wishes that he can go back to say the things he should have said. But time is just a one-way street where no one can lay their head. Each tick of his watch is secondhand, speeds him further away from the person that he wants to be. All of the places that he wants to stay, he knows deep in his heart. Everything young has to die, but the rays of the sun and the darkness of midnight are the same to the closed eye. The streets are worn like a sweater, a cup of coffee flavored with lies. Can you tell me what happens to the prayers spoken from the lips of the drunken and the damned? So pour one out for the nameless who bought into nefarious plans. Salvation dealt as the bartering coin against all of God's demands. He knows deep in his heart everything young has to die, and the rays of the sun and the darkness of midnight are the same to the closed eye. tempest shakes the atheist from the sailors lost at sea, and the rosary that floats to the surface was sold as a ticket to Galilee. So pour one out for the faceless who drives around in stolen cars and thinks fondly back on the good old days when he knew the names of all of the stars he knows deep in his heart. Everything young has to die, but the rays of the sun and the darkness of midnight are the same to the closed eye. Thank you. I'm going to take a sip of this. So this next song is from my friend Chris Reject. And if you're in the Lehigh Valley area and you need a screen printer, I would advise going to LVAC, the Lehigh Valley Apparel Creations. You can find their website at xlvacx.com. Now, granted, being an old hardcore kid that's 40 years old saying you're friends with a screen printer is also like saying, hey, I'm into microbrews and jujitsu. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? And I have multiple friends that are screen printers. My friend Ralph at Awesome Dudes made this beautiful t-shirt for me, decrying my love for my peoples. Just saying. All right. Anyway, I wrote a song for Chris Reject, and the song is called A Song for Chris Reject. I don't have the tongue to say that things are gonna be any better than they are. I wish I could say that things are gonna be okay, but you and I both know that's just not who we are. So I'm reaching out to you on your darkroom floor, hoping we can figure out something that's worth living for. I'm reaching out to you cause I don't know what else to do. All I know is that the world is better with you in it. From all the t-shirts that everybody knows, to all the shows at the Pirates Cove, you've always been good to me, even though I didn't always know. Sorry I didn't play your wrestling show, but I'm reaching out to you on your darkroom floor, hoping we can figure out something that's worth living for. I'm reaching out to you cause I don't know what else to do. All I know is that the world is better with you in it. You and I are both bad at dealing with currency, but making fun of Liam is a pastime on which we both agree. I don't pretend to know any of life's answers. All I know is that I don't want either of us to shit our pants. So I'm reaching out to you on your darkroom floor, hoping we can figure out something that's worth living for. I'm reaching out to you cause I don't know what else to do. All I know is that the world is better with you in it. Thank you, thank you. Okay. This next song is a cover song, so if you know the words, maybe sing along. Yeah, here we go. It's for you, Nathan. All right. Living on the road, my friend, supposed to keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron and your breath is hard as kerosene. Want your mama's only boy, but her favorite one it seemed. She began to cry when you said goodbye and sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit, boys, horse as fast as polished steel, wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, on a desert down in Mexico, and nobody heard his dying words, but that's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. Day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, and where he got the bread to go, ain't nobody knows. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell, and Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do, and now he's growing old. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. Thanks. This next song is a song called Lena's Laments, and it is about a movie called Singin' in the Rain, which you've probably seen or not. And I would like to dedicate it to all of my friends at Cinepunks, who are my fans and friends and podcasters and all that. And songs about movies, songs about you. All right, here we go. She had a face that glowed despite the shadows, at a time when silent celluloid was walking out the door. She had a dream, her name illuminated, 1,000 watts of stardust to cast a shadow on the screen. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face a crowd, Lena, we still love you. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face a crowd, Lena, we still love you. Donnie never said he loved you, no matter how bad we wanted it to be true. Both of you always look so goddamn demure. Pantomime the lines ever so convincingly, but forever will come crashing down on you. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face a crowd, Lena, we still love you. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face a crowd, Lena, we still love you. I wish that things were different, but things seldom stay the same. Wonder how the story sounded when you told it. Are you the star of your own picture now? And tell me, do you sound the same? All these final moments, love captured in a glance, all caught on silent celluloid. You're still a star to me, and I guess there isn't much left to believe, much less the beauty of an empty screen. take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face the crowd, Lena, we still love you. Take a bow before it all comes crashing down. Face the crowd, Lena, we still love you. Hey. All right. This next song is called Goodbye to Good Intentions. And sometimes you need to hear it. You don't have to be nice to people who are mean to you. And I know people like myself, our inclination is to try and help people regardless, right? But there is some dignity in self-preservation, and there is some pride in taking care of yourself first. So this song is about that. This is the first time I'm playing this in front of everybody. So here we go. All right. Yep, that's right. Hold on. Okay. Yep. Here we go. Another screw falls out and hits the floor. I can barely recognize the face I wore before. It's never easy, it's never clean, constantly waking up from what I hoped was a dream. A regret that blossoms like a flower in the night, haunted by the melody of a song I never liked. My arms remember what my heart wants to forget. I mean it when I say I wish we'd never met. The knife that cuts the deepest had 20 years to be sharpened to that point. Something in my heart just can't let go. I think of all the time we spent being shitty malcontents, and I can't believe I miss those days. A regret that blossoms like a flower in the night, haunted by the melody of a song I never liked. My arms remember what my heart wants to forget. I mean it when I say I wish we'd never met. So say goodbye to all my good intentions, and I'll leave you to the suffering of your own design. Jersey City fades in the rear view mirror, and so do all my scars. A regret that blossoms like a flower in the night, haunted by the melody of a song I never liked. My arms remember what my heart wants to forget. I mean it when I say I wish we'd never met. Here we go. Okay, so this next song is called Why We Sing, and it's dedicated to people who still make music, even though it seems a little bit ridiculous to do it at our age. Yeah, here we go. Play each song like it's your first. Play each show like it's your last. And nothing means as much as the words that come right from your heart. Each breath could mean something new. Catharsis has a face, black and blue, it's still just you. When you have to toe the line, no matter what the road may hold. And starry romantic nights are the currency we so desperately try to earn. Dreams, they have their place, and hope can sting, I know, but what else is left? What is this voice for? When you have to find your place, the melody in this chaotic discord, and the reason isn't lost, it's deep within your soul, and you have to let it out. Don't let it grow cold. Don't let it grow cold. Don't let it grow cold. The reason isn't lost. It's deep within your soul, and you have to let it out. Don't let it grow cold. 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 All right, I got one more, and then we're gonna have Nathan up here, and he's going to blast the room with his beautiful, wonderful voice. So, like I said, my name is Josh Alvaraz, and this song is a cover song by a band called the Mountain Goats. So again, if you know the words, you are not in the minority, and you should definitely sing along with me. All right, here we go. Ready? Best ever death metal band out of Denton. We're a couple of guys who've been friends since grade school. One was named Cyrus, the other was Jeff, and they practiced twice a week in Jeff's bedroom. The best ever death metal band out of Denton. Never settled on a name, but the top three contenders after weeks of debate were Satan's Fingers, and the Killers, and the Hospital Bombers. Jeff and Cyrus believed in their hearts they were headed for stage lights and Learjets and fortune and fame. So in script that made prominent use of a pentagram, they stenciled their drum heads and guitars with their names. This is how Cyrus got sent to the school where they told him he'd never be famous. And this is how Jeff, in the letters he'd write to his friends, helped develop a plan to get even. When you punish a person for dreaming their dreams, don't expect them to thank or forgive you. The best ever death metal band out of Denton will in time both outpace and outlive you. Hail Satan. Hail Satan. Tonight, hail Satan. Hail, hail. Thanks. Nathan's up next. My name is Josh Alvarez. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me, Pat.
I guess they're past teething age, so you can't really use that as an excuse.
That's whiskey, not beer. Whiskey.
Right. Oh, whiskey, right. A shot of whiskey here and there. Hi. My name's Nathan, and otherwise known as the weird dude that was lurking back there with his hood up, like a creep. Thank you, Pat, for having me here. Thank you, Josh, for playing. That was a wonderful Merle Haggard cover. I can't. It was awesome. Very well done. Very well done. I'm gonna play. I assume people are watching on that thing. Is that in your way? Are you guys good? Okay. There are people behind you, people in the camera. That's all I had. But now I just feel like I need to look at you for a second. Because this is sort of awesome that we're doing this tonight. And I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here right now. Yeah, definitely. We've all been through a lot for the past year. And it's nice to be able to come out, play a little bit of music, even if we have to be distant with it. It just feels good. Feels good to be here. Thank you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're feeling like an outcast, like you don't exist. Crying inside with a smile on your lips. Lost and lonely, needing hope tonight. Broken in silence, looking for a light. Well, listen in. If you're here, let this be the one place there's no fear. Let it all go. This is where your heart can feel at home. And you're never alone. I was screaming in silence, dying in vain. Wasted and broke by the weight of my shame. Are you tired of the same old day after day? Are you tired of living 1 foot in the grave? Well, listen in. If you're here, let this be the one place there's no fear. Let it all go. This is where your heart can feel at home. And you're never alone. Are you feeling like an outcast, like you don't exist? Crying inside with a smile on your lips. Lost and lonely, needing hope tonight. Broken in silence, looking for a light. Well, listen in. Listen in. If you're here, let this be the one place there's no fear. Let it all go. This is where your heart can feel at home. If you're here, let this be the one place there's no fear. Let it all go. This is where your heart can feel at home. And you're never alone. Never alone. Thank you very much. Before we continue, I was thinking about this while I was singing this song, is that, so the reason I was sort of skulking in the background with my hood up and stuff like that, this whole thing for like this whole year, this pandemic, I've always had really bad anxiety and panic attacks and shit like that, and this whole thing has just brought it way out of proportion, to the point where sometimes I just can't even function in public. And sometimes I just have to put my hood on and like hope for the best, you know? And singing a song like I just did about us being part of a community and us being honest with each other, I was thinking I should probably say something about that, you know? Because I'm not the only one that deals with this kind of shit, with anxiety, with depression, with things of that nature. And I think that the more people that get in front of a mic and say something about it and tell people what they're dealing with and what they're living with, it helps. It helps other people go, oh, okay, well, they're functioning, you know, at least enough to get through, so maybe I can too. So I just thought that would be a good thing to bring up instead of just like, oh, God, I gotta get my head's numb and freaking out. So thank you for being here during my panic attack. And honestly, this helps a lot, being able to just sort of get it out and play and do what I do. So, oh, goodness. Pardon me 1 second. It's a lot easier when you have an electric guitar and you don't need to be that in tune necessarily. I mean, I don't need to be that in tune right now, but yeah, I'm going to try. Right? No, he's not here. He's not here. And I was about to say something way worse on the mic, so I'm going to stop right now. Y'all were on tour with us, you know. Woo! I found a brand new direction when I got back from the pole. Beyond the walls and distractions, free and moving along. Through the dark days and the light, I'll take 'em all. I found a brand new direction when I got back from the pole. Because freedom is a mercy you give to yourself when you stumble and then rise up 10 times stronger than you fell. Yeah, I'm nowhere near perfect, but I don't need to be. I'm a work in progress, indefinitely. I'm a work in progress, indefinitely. I found a brand new direction when I shook off from the war. Started my own insurrection and a rebellion reborn. Through the dark days and the light, I'll take 'em all. I found a brand new direction when I shook off from the war. Because freedom is a mercy you give to yourself when you stumble and then rise up 10 times stronger than you fell. Yeah, I'm nowhere near perfect, but I don't need to be. I'm a work in progress, indefinitely. I'm a work in progress. In my defense, I've been searching for answers. The questions are all I've found. In my defense, I've been getting much better at picking myself off the ground. 'Cause freedom is a mercy you give to yourself when you stumble and then rise up 10 times stronger than you fell. Yeah, I know when you're perfect, but I don't need to be. I'm a work in progress, indefinitely. I'm a work in progress. In my defense, I've been searching for answers, but questions are all I found. In my defense, I've been to pop da 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 da. Yeah! In my defense. That's what my brain does. That is what my brain does. You sang that chorus like 4 times, and on the 5th time, nothing.
Just Muppets came out.
Yeah, just Muppets came flying out of my mouth. Sonny, thank you, sir, for being here. Sonny has filmed every mosh pit you've ever seen in your life. And now he's here helping us. Thank you. This is what we need to do. We need to fix something over here. A little bit. All right. I don't know what any of these buttons do. I just think it looks cool if I go back and go, I just need to, fine tune the sound a little bit. I don't know what any of it means. Back to Josh. He's never going to watch this. He doesn't watch anything I do. You ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I am.
Always ready.
I feel like Motorhead. Nothing? No. Never seen Motorhead? Okay. He says that. Never mind. I'm so awkward. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. Mike, you could be a little more supportive. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, seriously. I was very kind about your face apron. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's to the close. That's not right. I did that wrong. Yeah. I wanted to make that clear because I pointed at you when I said that's not right, and I didn't want these fine folks to think you fucked up. Sorry. Even though everyone here knows I messed up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what counts.
That's what counts. That's really, you know what? At the end of the day. Here's to the close of another lonely night. Here's to the nightmares I have lived with all my life. The things they've assured me and the lessons I have gained keep me yearning to stay. How do we shine brighter? How do we shine brighter with hearts so broken and tired? How do we shine? Here's to the close of another lonely night. Here's to the nightmares I have lived with my life. The strength they've assured me and the lessons I have gained keep me yearning to stay. How do we shine brighter? How do we shine brighter with hearts so broken and tired? How do we shine? Darkness prevails, all hope is lost beneath the waves. But the torch still burns, and the tides will change as the aching lingers. It feels so far away. How do we shine brighter with hearts so broken and tired? How do we shine brighter? Thank you. Yep. Whew. So this next song, yeah, I got notes. I do this often, actually. This next song was a song that I just put out online, probably not just, but
So a year ago.
that I only is what I should have put that. Shut up. I only put out online. It's called Breathe. And I put it out at the beginning of all this mess. I was on tour, and it was in, I guess, March. Makes most sense. I was in, and all the shows ahead of me started getting canceled because of COVID. So we ended up having to drive from Maine back home through all the areas that we were supposed to play. It was a big bummer. It was, and we had no idea what was about to happen. Like, it was like, crap, there's some stuff going on. Everything's got to cancel for a few weeks. Woo! Yeah, a few weeks, maybe a month, tops. And here we are over a year later. But I had written this song, Breathe, at the time because obviously a lot of the stuff I write is a bit heavy. and I wanted to write something a little bit more fun and just telling people we're going to get through this and to breathe and to remain calm, I guess, and to keep a positive attitude through this all, and that we'll get through it together. So that's what this song's about. It'll come then. Breathe in, take on the pain. Breathe out, release the anger. Gotta let it all go if it's gonna change. Breathe, please breathe. I feel so out of focus, hope no one else will notice. I'm losing ground, but I still believe in this burning fire inside of me. Breathe in, back out the pain. Breathe out, let go of control. Gotta let it all go if it's gonna change. Breathe, please breathe. I feel so out of focus, hope no one else will notice. I'm losing ground, but I still believe in this burning fire inside of me. I feel so out of focus, hope no one else will notice. I'm losing ground, but I still believe in this burning fire inside of me. I still believe in this world. I still believe in these songs. I still believe we can heal. I still believe in us all. Feel so out of focus, hope no one else will notice. I'm losing ground, but I still believe I feel so out of focus, hope no one else will notice. I'm losing ground, but I still believe in this burning fire inside of me. I still believe in us all. Thank you guys so much. I'm sweating. Oh my goodness. It's, you know, it's nice. Thank you guys once again for being here, and for those who are watching the live stream, and for those who will watch later. Something that I try to make sure I say at every single show that I play, no matter who I'm playing with or what I'm doing, is that I appreciate each and every one of you. And I want to tell you exactly why I appreciate every single one of you, because I think a lot of times bands and musicians, they say thank you, and it sometimes sounds like filler between songs. It just sounds like, oh, well, I have to say thank you while I'm tuning. I want to thank you. It's easy to thank people for money, for buying merch, for being present at the show with their funds, you know? But I think what's more important is that every single one of us have a very limited amount of time on the face of this earth. And you chose tonight, even if you're watching online, to take this amount of time that you have and spend it here with me. And that's worth more than anything in this universe. Thank you for your time. Your time is the most precious thing you own. And the fact that you've decided to share it with me means the world. Thank you. If it's all the same to you, just let it be. 'Cause I've seen enough of your brand of misery. I watch you struggle all night and get lost in the fight of what will never be. Come on back down when you're ready to see. I'm just a working title, that's for sure. But I ain't giving up till I'm much more. Be the battle cry you need to hear. I'll be the anthem you can't wait to share. If it's all the same to you, just let it be. 'Cause I've seen enough of your brand of misery. I watch you struggle all night and get lost in the fight of what will never be. Come on back down when you're ready to see. I'm just a working title, that's for sure. But I ain't giving up till I'm much more. Be the battle cry you need to hear. I'll be the anthem you can't wait to share. And the dreams that keep you hungry and restless, and the cold that keeps you begging for more. I'll wake you up in the middle of the night. I'll rise you up off that floor. see the promise in your fevered vision, to find the worth inside your fractured heart. I am the words that you've been hoping to find. I am your brand new start. I'm just a working title, that's for sure. But I ain't giving up till I'm much more. I'll be the battle cry you need to hear. I'll be the anthem you can't wait to share. I'm just a working title, that's for sure. But I ain't giving up till I'm much more. I'll be the battle cry you need to hear. I'll be the anthem you can't wait to share. This is going to be interesting. I'm not going to tell you why. There's only one way out. Whoa. And you'll never find it till you find it on your own. Rise up to find yourself. Whoa. From the flames that burned you into ashes long ago. This fight begins as it will end.
1, 2, 3.
'Cause it's you and me and the gasoline igniting our destiny. 'Cause it's you and me and the gasoline, just one match away from entropy. Sorry, never again. Oh. We bleed desire. Whoa. Unending fire rising from the stagnant air. Complete defiance. Whoa. Unending certain from the rising of this air. This war begins as it will end. 'Cause it's you and me and the gasoline igniting our destiny. 'Cause it's you and me and the gasoline, just one match away from entropy. With just one match, our hearts catch fire. With just one match, we burn. With pure desire.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
'Cause it's you and me and the gasoline igniting our destiny. 'Cause it's you and me and the gasoline, just one match away from entropy. This fight begins as it will end. This fight begins Thank you. This is what getting old is like. I'm happy to put on glasses to read a set list. That's what this is. But if I were to turn the lights up, it would ruin the ambiance. We don't want that. Whew. This next song is called Still Here. And I wrote this song having no idea what was about to happen. You know? But I don't think that much matters, in that we all have struggles we go through. We all have pain and sorrow and issues that we all have that we can look at a little differently sometimes. Sometimes we get lost in those struggles. And instead of getting lost in those struggles, instead of thinking about how lost we are, changing it up and thinking about how we're still here surviving these struggles. And that's a big, important difference. Because when we get lost, we just keep snowballing. I think anybody that's been lost in a trouble knows what I'm talking about. When you just keep going and going, and you get so lost in it, you can't get yourself out of it. And to stop sometimes and to go, wait a minute, I'm going through this struggle. I'm still here. I'm still fighting in this battle. Can be very powerful sometimes in realizing how powerful we are as human beings, and the things that we've put ourselves through, the things that others have put us through, and the things we have survived and are still standing here today through. This is called Still Here. Pulled my soul out from the wreckage and watched it all come tumbling down. Sat there feeling lost and overwhelmed. Got to my feet and reminded myself that I'm still here. Through the heartache and despair, I'm still here. And I ain't going anywhere. I'm still here. We're still miles ahead, my dear. Yeah, I'm still here. On these deserted roads, I've found my way. These forgotten years I've broken away. Life's taking tolls from me, and take your time. But left these scars to remind me why that I'm still here. Through the heartache and despair, I'm still here. And I ain't going anywhere. I'm still here. We're still miles ahead, my dear. And I ain't going anywhere. Pulled my soul out from the wreckage and watched it all come tumbling down. But I'm still here. Through the heartache and despair, I'm still here. And I ain't going anywhere. I'm still here. We're still miles ahead, my dear. Yeah, I'm still here. Is this no way, Nix? Okay. Thank you. Sometimes I have to ask my friends here what's going on next because I can't see. I want to thank Jed and Becky for joining me tonight in this. It is, yes, please. I don't know, I mean, Josh, you'll probably understand. Oh, by the way, when we were talking about a Josh that doesn't tune, it wasn't you. It hit I was in the middle of a song and I went, oh shit, does Josh think we're fucking with him? No, boysetsfire, Josh, yeah. Anyway, glad to clear that up for you. It's like, what the hell did I do? I was out of tune? Anyway, I want to thank them for being here with me, and for many times, I'm able to have friends with me to back me up in what I'm doing. Because to be honest, playing solo, and you probably know, it's terrifying. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. You can't get away with anything. You don't have that loud band behind you. You just, it's like standing there naked. So when you have friends with you, it really makes a huge difference. This next song is called No Way. And I like to play this song after Still Here because they sort of go together in a lot of ways. And this song, I mean, it's pretty much one chorus just sung all over and over again. It's just no way in hell I'd break, no way in hell tonight. And those words, I remember coming up with this song and it being so impactful for me in that moment. In that realization that I didn't have to take shit. That I didn't have to, like I said, get lost in everything. And I didn't have to turn to the usual suspects that only hurt me. Getting myself all screwed up on whatever it happened to be in order to forget was a dead end. And coming to the acknowledgement that I can just say no to certain feelings, to certain things that drag me down constantly. That there are times when I can just put my foot down and say, not tonight. And I will literally recite these words to myself over and over again until I believe it. It's a fake it till you break it moment. Or it's just no way in hell I break, no way in hell tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the phone light up like a million fireflies, throwing me up, burning my eyes as my heart sank into my feet. The bottle in the corner started making eyes and said, baby, just a sipping will be alright. They can't hurt you if you can't feel a thing. But I ain't giving in. No way in hell I break. No way in hell tonight. No way in hell I break. No way in hell tonight. And no one's gonna love you if you don't start and wrap the tired arms around that broken heart you've been nursing slowly back to health. Rise up, my friend, you've been down so long. Look around at all the love that keeps you strong and move on. Rebuild, be well. 'Cause we can only save ourselves. No way in hell I break. No way in hell No way in hell tonight. No way in hell I'll break. No way in hell tonight. No way in hell I'll break. No way in hell tonight. No way in hell I'll break. No way in hell tonight. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, I looked through them without putting them on. I also want to thank everybody that's here that, that ordered. I had the deluxe version of a working title, which got sort of banged up in the mail, and so we couldn't sell them through the normal means. So I did some handwritten lyrics and signed them and stuff, and thank you. I know you guys did. Thank you so much for getting those. I have other stuff for sale over there, which would be awesome if you bought it, if you don't already have it, or if you already have it and you just want a second copy. Gotta try sometimes. This is another song that I normally do with boysetsfire called Fall from Grace. And it's a bit, I play it a little bit differently and it drives Chad insane. Because then when we play it live, I sing it this way. It's like, dude, that is not the note, even remotely. Right. But it is for this song, so. All right. Pardon me 1 second. I'm definitely not checking any notes that may or may not be in this notebook. Yep. Now here's the funny thing, like some of you, this might be your first experience. She's laughing because she's been here through a lot of these shows and they have been much worse. Just whole songs like, I guess moving on to the next one. Because as I said, and Josh has played a couple shows with me, and not all of them have been great. And that's what matters, really, end of the day. Or that's what they tell me. Actually, what they tell me is you're supposed to be professional, and I find that sort of sucks, and I've got no time to be professional at 48. I'm not wasting my time with professional. I'm wasting my time with having a good time with my friends. Thank you for being here. I've done my best. That is the wrong note. Yeah. This is how I do. My best to sing along to simple anthems. I watch the rest of your design chain a lie. There's only time and static air set to deny your love, my life. But I gotta let it go. So let me fall from grace, 'cause I will never be willing, I will no longer be willing, I will fall from 'cause I will never be willing to stay quiet and in my place. I can't begin to understand the greater purpose, but I resign from making up a reason why. Our lives are short, time unkind, and I can't change the fear inside, but I gotta let it go. So let me fall from grace, 'cause I will never be willing, I will no longer be willing, I will fall from grace, 'cause I will never be willing to stay quiet and in my place. I will no longer be willing to stay quiet. So let me fall from grace, 'cause I will never be willing, I will no longer be willing, I will fall from grace, 'cause I will never be willing to stay quiet and in my place. I will no longer be willing to stay quiet and in my place. I refuse to stand silently by as a witness to disgrace. Oh, goodness. Let's just pray. Yep. So, this next song, oh, by the way, I want to thank Chris and James for coming out. Thank you guys very much for being here. These guys have helped me out immensely with a lot of the video projects that I've done, and it's very much appreciated. Thank you guys for always being supportive. Mr. Sound Person, thank you. I appreciate you very much. And I'm sorry that I haven't paid much attention to this. This next song was originally written as a casting out song. We later did it as a boysetsfire song. I do it now solo, and it's called Pray. And I want to say a little bit about it. I want to be a bit cautious about the subject matter of it, but I think it's important. This song deals with things that I was seeing in the news, dealing with the Catholic Church in particular, with child abuse, and me thinking about what I had experienced in the church that I went to as a young child, and the abuse that I had faced, and all that I had gone through because of it. And thinking about how many children who are now grown up, my age, who have been through the same, and who haven't been able to speak about it, and what that must be like. And it reminded me of exactly why I play songs like this live, and why I find it important to talk about songs like this before I play them. I have a few songs that deal with what I went through and what others have gone through. And the reason being is that at one point in my life, as I was struggling with a lot of anger and self-loathing and just all this crazy stuff, not realizing what was starting it, and then finding out what I had buried, I didn't really want to talk about it, as not many people would. It's terrifying to tell people that you were sexually abused, whether as a child, as an adult, as whatever. But then I was thinking, my God, how many times have I played to an audience where somebody was there who needed to hear it, who needed someone to understand what they had been through. Because sometimes that's how you finally get to receive healing for these things, is it takes someone else, maybe behind a microphone or just out in front of your face, saying, I get it, I was there, and I've been working through it, and I've been succeeding in working through it. So that's why I play these songs and why I find it necessary to stop and talk about them, because even in a room this small, statistically, someone else has been through something very similar. And it is, I find, irresponsible for me not to say something. This song is called Pray. Roll your eyes and somehow wax poetic about the stations of the cross. This is my blood, and suffer little children to be victims of your vice at any cost. Silence now. The news is always moving fast, and they're sure to live it down. While behind closed eyes, the sheep are screaming so damn loud, but everybody's bored with the sound as they pray on the meek who just pray to be free, as they pray on the meek who pray to be free and never will be. Hollow lives shed burning tears from misread eyes, passed down throughout all these bitter years of silence that screams from tiny souls that grow up into broken hearts, afraid of letting go, as they pray on the weak who just pray to be free, as they pray on the meek who pray to be free and never will be, never will be. Thank you very much. Drink of water. I'll play 2 more songs. This next song is called Alone. And again, this was originally a casting out song, which, by the way, I recently re-released sort of a lost casting out album that never really saw much of the light of day, and just re-released it. And I've got 2 copies of the vinyl, and they come with cool 3D glasses and stuff, so it could be cool if you want to check it out. This song is not on there, so it's not much of a setup, but I remember writing this song. I was walking through Leipzig in Germany, and boysetsfire were on tour, and we were just sort of in that phase before we did that like 5-year hiatus for a bit, and I was starting to think of doing my own thing, and I thought about doing a solo thing like I'm doing now, and instead I chickened out and I started the casting out because I just couldn't think about doing this, you know, so I needed a band behind me, and one of the first songs that I wrote was this song called Alone. I get my head out on that. Jeez. All right. Can't find a way to sleep, so I guess I'll just surrender. Let this town have its way. If I just took time to breathe, I could hear old Hank warning not to go down this way. Bars are overnight, and your friends they like meeting. On this island I can't rewrite. They are plotting as they dance, hiding blood within their smiles, kiss and hug with knives in hand. Spinning lies, justified. There's a reason why we're never satisfied. From the long walk home to the reasons why we go to bed alone. Hey, this whiskey must be broken, 'cause it ain't hardly working to erase her from my mind. Get on up and stumble home as the vultures plot behind you to pick the meat right from your bones. Spitting lies, justified. There's a reason why we're never satisfied. From the long walk home to the reasons why we go to bed alone. Oh God, my soul, my life, please don't let us see I'm falling apart. The street lights burn so bright, and all the way home they remind me of the night she stole my heart. Spitting lies justified. There's a reason why we're never satisfied. From the long walk home to the reasons why we go to bed alone. We're alone. Thank you. This is going to be the last song. Do we have time? We're good? We're good on time? Okay. Do we have time? Parents? Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Thank you. Oh my God, you guys are the sweetest. I appreciate being your second show tonight. After the famous Josh. This is the last song. It's called Light and Love. I want to sort of send us out on a happy note, on a positive note. This song is about the relationships that we keep and the people that we cling to for positive moments when we need them the most. And how important it is to have those relationships. And in so, throwing away relationships that no longer feed us, that no longer give us peace, that no longer give us understanding, that no longer care for who we are. And instead clinging to those who get the deepest, darkest parts of you and love you, not despite those things, but because of them. They love you for who you are, every single little bit of you. This song is called Light and Love. And I hope I remember the lyrics after saying all that. No, it is not. Let's just go ahead and turn that off. Let's do it. All right. Down is where you'll need to make your peace. In the ashes of what once was everything, the burns will form a scar around your pain. And monument to where you lost your faith and rose again to fight another day. Yeah, you'll fall again, but you'll never be the same. There is a light where the darkness feels no shame. There is a love that never has to fade. It's a bad time, but it tells the pain. Yeah, failures come and go, but that's okay. Prepare for war, don't let them under your skin. Remember where you came from, where you've been, and rose again to fight another day. You'll fall again, but you'll never be the same. There is a light where the darkness feels no shame. There is a love that never has to fade. You rise again to fight another day. You'll fall again, but you'll never be the same. There is a light where the dark darkness feels no shame. There is a love that never has to fade. There is a light where the darkness feels no shame. There is a love that never has to fade.